Hey guys, welcome to, what can only be described as a massive edition of the Detour. Oh, wow. It's been an unbelievable 24 hours in actually world sport because I've had a big one myself. The old Western United Footy Club, they've qualified for the grand final, underdog story. Simon Yates, and remember, folks, I only said send him off to the beach, just bit of comic relief. I always knew he was going to win another stage here, and so did John Trevorrow. And he's done it. Stage 14. If he hottest day so far the Giro, we know that Yatesy has struggled in the heat, and no problems today, mate. He must have.
No, I asked him that. We'll talk to him later. I mentioned that, but look, he did have some problems in the heat. He said earlier in the year, but he won the Vuelta. That's the hottest bike race in the world. So just a couple of years ago. So we know he can handle the heat. Anyway, he's turned it around, and it was a wonderful ride. I'll tell you what, it was a brutal course. You don't come any tougher than that. You might have bigger mountains, but it was just up and down all day, and they raced it. It was on.
Well, mate, there is a lot to unpack because, Jai Hindley as well, he's had a
great
fantastic
ride. Absolutely brilliant ride.
Yeah. He's only 7 seconds in second on GC. Yep. And, I saw some statements in the press where he said, we wanted to send a message that we're not here to muck around.
They did. I mean, Bora, Ansgrow were the power team today. It wasn't Ineos. Only Carapaz was left in that front group. I definitely had it wrong with Richie because I thought Richie had purposely lost that time yesterday. He didn't. He just got caught in a split. And you see, I speak to him shortly. So it was Bora who laid they had 4 in the original move and then 3 when it was just the final selection. And Kelderman laid it down for them. And Jai was just brilliant.
Well, it's shaping up. It already is an amazing Giro, but geez, these last 10 stages are going to be.
Jai Hindley can win this. Jai Hindley can win
absolutely.
this Giro.
Absolutely.
I sent him a message the other day saying that he can win this. So
I think that's what spurred him on today. He thought, well, shit, if Iffy thinks...
No, he never got the message because I had the wrong number. But I sent it to his team today. Anyway, I'm talking to him in the morning, actually. I'm getting him at the start. Be good.
Gary Tilley says live, and if you want to comment, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, he says, no heat here, Iffy. And Dan, 2.7 degrees feels like 0.3. Enjoy the weather over there while you can, Iffy.
So, look at the tan, mate. I'm all tan.
I see you wearing Hawaiian shirts. Are you taking over from Rupert Guinness now?
Yeah, well, someone's got to do it.
Oh, you've just stolen his cape and his Superman badge, and that's it. All right. Well, you did catch up with all the big names before the start. So here's a collection of Iffy pre-stage 14.
Okay, Chris Hamilton with us, and of course, very disappointing news for Romain Bardet yesterday.
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty cruel sport sometimes like this, and actually, full credit to the guy. He's one of the toughest buggers I know. Already the day before, he was pretty unwell and couldn't really eat much, and just the fact that he made it through that day, it shows how much of a fighter he is, and we all know like that. Yeah, the fact that he started yesterday and he really tried, but it just wasn't going to be possible.
So everything changes slightly. It's going to be a very tough day out there today and super hot. I'll be looking after time on.
But we're more going to be focusing more on like a stage wins and stuff like that now. So trying for the breaks and stuff like that because it's Romain was our main focus, and now we can mix it up a bit.
So what's your strategy for today?
I'm gonna try for some moves over the next over the coming week or so, and see if I can make it up the road. I think it's going to be a tough fight for the breaks in this last week because it's not only a lot of people want to go in the break, but there's also a few guys that were here for GC that are now no longer in it. So they'll also be looking to try and get up the road for stage wins. So, yeah, it's never easy to get in there, but we'll give it our best.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've got Richie Port here with us, and it's a bit of a scorcher today, and I reckon it could be a scorcher out on the road as well, mate.
Yeah, it's short, fast, but steep climb, so it's going to be another hard day.
A lot of people have said tomorrow's a big day for the GC, but yeah, I reckon the hammer's going to come down today.
I think so. With climbs like today, we've done these roads in Milan, Torino. It's if you're not going up, you're going down. Technical roads and pretty crappy road surface too. Hopefully they've done something about that. But look, with this heat, it's going to catch a few guys out, I'd say.
Now I see you strategically dropped a bit of time yesterday. It's a part of a bigger plan.
It wasn't the plan to get dropped with 23 Ks to go. It's just there's that much suffering within the bunch that even at that point there's guys dropping the wheel and. It was a bit of a, hard, fast stage, that one. There's never an easy day here at the Giro, even if it looks like it is, it's not. And, yesterday it was nice to just be able to cruise in, but it wasn't an easy day.
It wasn't planned, okay. Look, good luck today, mate, and I know it's an important one for you guys.
Thanks very much. It is. It's game on today.
Okay, about to take off to the start of stage 14, and it's a pretty tough day. We've got DS, Gene Bates, with us. What do you think will happen today, mate?
Well, it's obviously one of the key stages in this year's Giro, and the start of a very big weekend for the GC guys. It's going to be a short stage, a very aggressive one, a really tough circuit there around Torino with the Superga and Maddalena climb. I think Ineos have made their intentions pretty clear. They want the jersey, and I think they'll go after it today. So I think we'll see the big guys duking it out in the final.
Now, without letting the cat out of the bag, what's the plan for the day?
Look, we've got one of the best climbers in the race. Okay, things didn't go to plan earlier in the Giro, and the overall classification is out of our reach now. But I think we've still got a very good option with Simon. Things are going well, and we'll see how that pans out.
Good luck today, mate.
Cheers.
Damien Howson, it's a hot one out here and should be a hot one on the road as well.
Absolute stinker. It's like summer Australia, and we're in Italy in May. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge to stay on top of the nutrition and hydration today. Pretty demanding circuit, pretty high technical aspect as well. So it could be a day that the race explodes.
Yeah, so I get the vibe or the feeling that the GC boys will be having a go today.
Yeah, it's obviously that last climb coming down towards the finish is really steep. It's 22% I'm hearing for just over a kilometre. So big differeces can be made in such a short amount of time. And if you're feeling the heat today, literally and figuratively, it could be a bit of a shake-up.
And your strategy for the day?
Well, it's unsure what the way the race will pan out. I guess want to be represented in bigger moves if they have a chance of surviving, but also the circuit could be quite nervous that the breakaway doesn't get much of an advantage, and then you'll find that the last 20k the race kind of comes back together, and it's just the big favourites playing out for the win. So either way, we've got a few cards to play, and we'll see how it all pans out.
Good luck today, mate.
Cheers, mate.
There's all the interviews pre-start. Iffy, you heard from obviously Gene Bates, and they definitely had a plan with Yatesy and seemed pretty focused. But did you feel the mood in the camp before the start was this? We got a lot to achieve remaining in this Giro, particularly from Bike Exchange.
Yeah, focus is the word that pops to mind. They were focused, and it was all about. We were going to have a quick chat with Simon. He just said, "No, talk later." He was focused and didn't want to even stop and have a chat. Simon and I get on really well. He normally just says chat. No, focus. And it worked.
Skull says, good stuff, guys.
Thanks,
Brian
Skull.
McMillan says, we never doubted you, Iffy, but great to see your prediction that Simon and the team would win more stages in the Giro come through. And Sheila Richard, regular contributor for the show, says, So happy for Simon and the entire staff. Matt looked like a cool cat in the car. Lots of love. Still hoping Jai Hindley take the entire race in the end. Now, on that, you told me about the video on Twitter, and this was the reaction from the boys in the car.
You wet now, boys? Yeah, that makes football. We go?
Well, there's a few hand claps there, and sorry about the audio; it was a little bit low. But yeah, I thought there would have been a bit more fist pumps and swearing. But yeah,
I noticed with Whitey, normally it'd be a bit of a yahoo in that. It was almost like relief. You know what I mean? It was a very different emotion. It was there, all right. Don't you worry. You'll catch a little bit of what he had to say with the team after. But yeah, it's pretty special. It's very important to him too.
Well, he loves the Giro. I mean, I remember back in the days traveling with the team, he used to always talk about how the Giro was his favourite race. And you can see, and there's some people that, you know, you travel so much with the team. You spend 150 days in a hotel. And I can remember in 2012, the first training camp in Girona, like he was sitting around going, mate, I love this. I love being on the road. I love going to airports. I love coming to races. And you can just feel that passion. And obviously the Giro, because it's been a big focus of the team now for, since I can remember. And it's one of those races that, when you perform at it, it's amazing. All right, let's have a break now. When we come back, as you said, we've got all the reaction from inside the bubble. Stay tuned.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike. 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match. But not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Feel more in every moment. The all-new Lexus NX.
Thanks again, of course, to Bike Exchange and Lexus of Blackburn. And geez, folks, I reckon we've only got 10 solid minutes left in Iffy, so we better fly through some of this stuff.
I've had a day and a half, I got to tell you. Yeah.
Well, do you have a few Iffy stories out on the road?
Well, we did have a detour, an Iffy detour. So we had this, we had the climb, which was only like 5K to go, but they went through it 3 times. So we were doing the feed at 69K, then 115 or something, and then they were going to come past us in the last lap. We couldn't feed. But as we were trying to find the right spot, next week we're over the top, and we're starting to descend. I thought, and it's a roaring descent down. So we've missed the spot. Lucky we're far enough in front, so I either had to go to the next hill and just call Whitey and say, listen, instead of being on point 69, I'm going to be on point bloody 85, which is moving into where the next bottle people were. So I said to Vazzy, no, I reckon we can get back. So we've done a left-hand turn at the finish line, and I've done a zit, and Vazzy tried to look at it on GPS. It was impossible. But I just had a feeling we're going on the right, and we come out 9K to go, back onto the course, and got to our spot. So all worked out well in the end.
Cat, mate.
Yeah, like a cat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We often talk about support companies that support cycling, and there's none bigger and have done more for cycling than Jayco. So get along to jayco.com.au. They've just released their 2022 range of camper vans and everything outdoors. They've got amazing after-sales service and an amazing range, and they're industry leaders for a reason. They're bloody good at what they do. So get on jayco.com.au and enjoy the journey, because there's plenty of options there. And the last couple of years for Jayco have just been incredible, particularly with the lockdowns and people now getting out and seeing Australia, particularly. There's no other company you want to go see. Now, Ryan McMillan says, does this win have a major effect on the UCI relegation scenario? Obviously, there's been a bit of chatter about that.
It's been a lot of chatter, but it's too early in the season. Dylan Groenewegen won as well today. So we've had 2 wins on the one day. He won in Holland, I think it was. Holland or Belgium, big race. And so, the wins are coming, and they'll be fine. They'll need wins in the Tour de France, which I'm sure they'll get. And then, that won't be such an issue. The relegation is at the end of the year. But, there's a whole stack of really good teams in that relegation zone. But
Lotto, Israel.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be an issue for Bike Exchange, Jayco.
All right, well, here's the reaction after the finish today. You caught up with Simon Yates, and there's some stuff from that Green Edge posted on Twitter, so enjoy.
He managed to pick up a good 20-second gap, win the stage comfortably.
Number 1. So that's in my GT win, which seems like a decade ago now. I'm sure we'll celebrate again, but still going to be a tough final week. I don't know if this heat's staying around for the rest of the race, but we'll see how the final week comes.
Simon executed a really solid plan there, and I don't think anyone would have predicted how aggressive that day would have become and evolved. But Simon rode a very calculating final and pulled off an incredible victory.
Wow, Simon, what a great day, mate. It must feel absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, of course. It was tough out there. Just the conditions made it such a demanding race. I think you saw the time gaps to everybody. Of course, that doesn't matter to me anymore. I was just after the stage, so really happy with that.
Now, you've thrown that thing about not liking the heat out. It's the hottest day we've had so far. But it was you got into a selection early, and I thought it might have been the right one.
Yeah, I tried to go in the breakaway. That was the original plan. I didn't. I was not super confident of beating the GC guys just with the knee problems and the heat problems. So I wanted to get a bit of a head start, go in the breakaway. But that didn't turn out in the end. And then, the race continued, and Bora took it up. And of course, you see the results from that. So I just did the best I could from there onwards, really.
Which wasn't bad. Now, so just take us through that last 15K when Carapaz went and you guys were chasing.
Like I say, I was the only guy really in that group who was not riding for the overall. So actually, it was for me, it was not a big task, if that makes sense. I just had to follow the wheels. It was more of a tactical game between the rest of those guys, and I was just trying to play off that. And that's what it came down to, really. I made that final selection there, and then just chose my moment and tried to grab it with both hands. Eventually, it paid off.
Well done, mate. Fantastic.
Thank you. All good.
Right, guys, girls, everyone. Winning's not easy. No matter how small or big a race it is. And we have won a few stages over the years in the Giro, but never forget how hard winning is. So congratulations, Simon. Congratulations, boys. We've had a rough week. Not what we planned. But did we lose focus of what we wanted to do? We just had to change the focus, didn't we? Congratulations to everyone for buying into the refocus and giving 100%. That's all we have to do. Staff and riders. Thanks everyone for all the hard work you've given so far, and all the hard work we'll give all the way to the finish. Congratulations, Jadzi. Congratulations, boys. Win number 2.
Thank you. Green!
Are we content, Chris?
I love that at the end. Are we content, Chris? That was always a common line when there's setbacks and there's still a lot of the race to go. We are not content. But some great scenes and great job to Vazzy too for capturing all that sort of stuff. That's the inner sanctum footage that the viewer wants to see. And just as you said, it's a sense of relief.
I'll say. It was sensational. It was wonderful to be a part of the excitement for the team, and just a shame that one of the long-term mechanics, Alberto, had to go. His father's very ill. So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so he had to go, which is a real shame. But
another person had to go, Tom Dumoulin. He was out of the race today.
Yep.
Had to withdraw. So there's another one of the pre-race GC contenders out. So looking ahead, Iffy, stage 15. This could be another one for Yates if he's up and about.
Yeah, it's probably not his type of climb at the end. It's a very, as you see on that graph, it's a very gradual finale to it. But the form he's got now, if he rides like this tomorrow, of course, it's a real GC day. There's a lot of people hurting. I mean, all the GC contenders cracked today, except for Carapaz and Jai Hindley. And Jai looked very good.
If Yatesy gets in the early break and they take 20 minutes, he's back in this.
Yeah, they're not going to let him go anywhere, mate.
I was joking, mate.
They're not going to let him go anywhere.
Yeah.
He's just great to see. Look, you've been around the team long enough, and so have I, to know what a tough character Simon Yates is. He is, still, hurting from last week, and that won't go away in a hurry. But you'll see some more really, really good rides with him over the next week. It's a monster finale.
Yeah. I mean, I think like when we were talking on social distance, like Bewley's insights were fantastic, and George's, where it's like, just let him race, let him do his thing. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And
no holiday on the beach.
No. and they did say, like, he'll win more stages. And particularly George was saying that he's one of the best GC guys of the generation. And that's the thing with the GC is you have one off day and that's it. But if you look at it as a collective,
exactly right. But I've always thought the one thing holding him back to really challenge the Tour de France was his time trialing, to be able to race against Roglic and co. But that's turned around. His time trial win in this Giro was just staggering. So, it's just a shame the other thing's happening. But he's got time to settle down and challenge for Tour de France Giro again. They're not past. Some I've been listening to some commentators sort of saying, well, where do Green Edge go now? What's the, now Simon Yates, like Simon's, passed away or something. Bloody hell, he's a long way from that. He just bloody creamed him in one of the toughest stages I've seen in a Giro. So he's a lot of big time racing in front of him.
And you talked a bit earlier about Ineos and Bora battle. Do you think there's chinks in the Ineos armor, or do you reckon that, given that there's another big stage on stage 15, that
there was yesterday, there was today, there were definitely chinks there, but I know we call it chink. It was such a hard race to sort of control. Bora did it so well. When they got to the front, they just went bang, and it just put everyone off because I don't know that I've seen a race route that was just so tough. it was going up, it was going down, it was curving. There was not more than 50 yards of flat road, straight road. It was just meandering, tight corners, up, down, nowhere to recover and or find out what was going on. There were radios, people trying to get information. Poor old Valverde, he got spat, just got caught in a split. So, tomorrow's a little bit different, but tougher as far as climbing.
Who's your prediction for the stage then, Johnny? Pure climber that's off GC?
Simon again.
Yeah, thought you'd say that. Yates, you can. Oh, well, Iffy, you've had a big day. You go rest up, mate. Congratulate Bazzy on some great footage again. We'll be back again, 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the rest of the Giro. And keep supporting the show. We really appreciate it. YouTube.com/Detour Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, tell your mates. And we'll be back again tomorrow. See you then, guys. Take it easy.
This is the winning